Hello, my Cancer and Cancer Rising friends. Sandra from ForYourChi.com here. We're here today to do your monthly tarot and oracle card reading for December 2021. Thank you so much for being here with me. I greatly appreciate all of you. Let's get right to your reading. The first house, we have base chakra. What does this mean? You guys need to clear out your chakras. You've been absorbing more negativity than usual, and it could be starting to affect your health. Of course, this is not medical advice. If you're having any kind of symptom whatsoever, get it checked out by a professional medical doctor. Get a second or third opinion if you need to. However, if you're not having any symptoms, you can totally get to the bottom of this before you start having symptoms. Take a sea salt bath or do some yoga if you're able to, if you're physically able to. Cancer, that's going to help you. Now, it's interesting that I should pull this card, Brigitte, and don't back down. You should not say yes to anything, especially in the beginning of December. If someone is trying to railroad you, the answer is no. You can give whatever excuse you want. I'm so sorry, I just lent money to someone else. So you're going to have to go elsewhere. I'm giving you examples, right? This base chakra could also be talking about someone who's leeching on your energy in this manner, and so you're actually going to have to not only clear yourself out, but then tell that person, no, absolutely not. I've had enough. It's hard for cancers. I actually had a cancer client reach out to me and ask me if she was a target, if her zodiac sign made her a target for people to pick on. And I said, well, that may be true, but in this instance, what you're experiencing is your time is up at a certain place. It's time to go somewhere else. But, you know, she brought up a point there. Cancer is very sensitive. They're very psychic. They're not really the kind of people that are going to firmly put their foot down, right? They're just not. But in this case, it's going to be required. The good news is you have celebration in your money house. Rejoice in celebration. Okay, so money looks better than usual. So congratulations. You might be celebrating an extra Christmas bonus, or the bonus or whatever this is may be bigger than you expected. And you have Rhiannon on top of that, sorceress, which talks about you are a magical person, Cancer, who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So I would start doing that right away with your affirmations of abundance, or however you guys whatever works for you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. Just here to give you some options. Third house, brother, sister, sacrifice. So that your brother or sister feels like they're working hard, but not really getting the reward that they had hoped. And they have boundaries. So if someone is encroaching on their space, you know, who's trying to leech off of them, it's time for them to draw a line in the sand. And I'm hearing that some of you actually have Cancer brothers and sisters as well, or Cancer rising. It's difficult to find out the rising sign if you don't know their time of birth. You have to know their time of birth. Exact time. Your fourth house, your house of home, memories of love. Some of you may be traveling back home for the holidays, or you may be in this nostalgic memories of when you lived in a different home, or when you may be reminiscent of times past when you had different home occupants, when you had different relatives living with you, and so forth. We have Freya, which she talks about being bold here and taking a calculated risk. Now, let me just say this. For some of you, the fourth house could be talking about your father. Your father may need to take a calculated risk to get what he wants here too. But also, this could indicate that a move is in the future, especially if you are missing an old location where you used to live, not necessarily the same house, but geographical location. You may want to eventually take some action to get back there if you cannot get over feeling like this. I feel like this is down the road long term. This is not going to be something where you just pack up and move. Obviously not in December with everything going on. It's just too much. Fifth house. Your fifth house rules your social circle. For those of you single Cancers, it's talking about your dating life. Passion ignited. For my single Cancers, I can hear you squealing right now in the background. You may meet someone new, or you may have just met someone new who lights you on fire in the bedroom in a good way, okay? We have another focused intention card. Check this out. Diane, who's here, focused intentions. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. For those of you single Cancers who bought my How to Attract a Partner video, this is definitely a sign to redo the process that I teach in that video, okay? With this Diana, focused intention and passion ignited, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, but this is talking about manifesting what you want and who you want in a relationship. So I never give this message, but particularly in a video reading. Ooh, that's exciting. I think I pulled too many cards here. That'll be a first. We're already on the sixth house. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we sure are. Okay. Sixth house, work and health, material and spiritual prosperity. So you are receiving blessings from the heavenly plane and the earthly plane here. That's good news, but especially when it comes to your house of health and work, right? Pardon me. I just need to resituate everything so I don't get confused here. What is the advice card? We have Maeve, which talks about cycles and rhythms. Now, let me just say this. If you have had a previous problem, ailment, or concern with your body, and you've been to the doctor and they can't find anything, the Maeve and the cycles card could be talking about we all have different bodily cycles, and we're going to need to honor this one that we're currently in, even though it may be a little annoying. And like I said, as long as you've been to the doctor and they've checked everything out, and maybe you've received a second opinion and you feel good about that and it makes sense to you. You know, our bodies go through a lot as everything we put them through with on this planet, right? Especially when those of us who have bad insomnia, the body's like, what do you expect me to do here? I'm doing the best I can, right? But regardless, you're getting blessings here. Accept the blessings. Give gratitude for that. Your seventh house, your house of relationships, movements, choices, and decisions. You are trying to weigh out, I'm hearing, your options, whether you are currently in a relationship or whether you are single. If you're single, you might be looking at multiple people, right? Dana is here to say, remember that you are your own high priestess, Cancer. I tell Cancer this all the time. Cancer is the most psychic sign that there is. I know more talented readers that are Cancer or Cancer rising or Cancer moon or any of the combination above. Do not discount or discredit the psychic information that you're being given here, and especially when it comes to you in dream time. If you get a dream about being married to a certain individual, maybe someone from high school, write that person's name down. It does not necessarily mean that you're going to marry that person, but it could mean that you're going to meet some person with that person's first name or name combination. I'm giving you an example of how messages and dreams can be interpreted here. And this may actually come to someone in a dream, a single person who's looking to get married, okay? But pay attention to the information that you're getting, Cancer, because you are right on the money, as usual. Where are we? Eighth house. Okay, eighth house represents intimacy, taxes, contracts, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income, if you all have that. This represents a challenge card. So for those of you that do have tax or contracts or legal matters, and the source of your significant other's income, that could be challenged at this time. However, we pulled a true love card here. Now, this could also be talking about your intimacy department as a whole, right? Now, if you have this going on here, swinging from the chandeliers, I feel like this reading is split. Some of you are going to be receiving and going through this, but then some of you, and perhaps those of you that are coupled, are challenged in the intimacy department. So that's going to be, depending on what story is yours, right? But for those of you who are single, who are asking for more love and intimacy, it's coming. Your heartstrings are pulling in more blessings, more love from the universe, so that more love is going to be delivered to you. Okay? Aries got a similar message, and I know someone that has an Aries Cancer combination, so she's going to be excited to hear this. Okay, so your ninth house rules your higher knowledge, which is your school and your travel. You're confused about something. Should you or should you not go on that trip? Should you or should you not book that trip? Should you or should you not sign that contract to start new school, or take a class, right? You're going to need some clarification on this. If I were you, I would get a reading. It doesn't have to be from me. It can be someone that you trust, to really look into this. Ostara is here to talk about fertility and planting the seed for what you're going to reap in the future here. So this is going to be important to sort out, because while you may be receiving mixed messages about what to do, there definitely should be some sort of action, especially if this involves schooling, okay? Because when we're talking about planting the seed could be knowledge, and the harvest that you reap later could be abundance as a result of this knowledge. So if you've been thinking about attending a class or learning something new, this is definitely a green light to go. Even if you can't sign the final paperwork in December, make plans to do so soon, okay? Your 10th house rules your career. For those of you, this is not talking about your career. It could be talking about your mother. Your mother could show up in the 10th house. Emotional loss says there's something missing here. And especially for those Aries where you're not in a happy job life right now, it's going to be important to learn that new skill. Okay? For those of you that are totally satisfied in your job and your career and you don't want to make any changes whatsoever, you're good. This could be talking about your mother. She's missing someone or something in her life, and she needs to take a leap of faith, Anne says here. I feel like it's reach out to someone and make that phone call and tell that person how much she misses them. I don't know who needs to hear this right now. If your mother is not talking to someone because there was a fight, and she may or may not need to apologize, but she definitely wants this person back in her life, or she wants to spend the holidays, then she needs to make the first move, okay? You may need to be the Cancer that delivers the message to her. She may be stubborn. Shocking. A mother who's stubborn. 11th house. Your children. Cancer, your children are extremely intuitive too, for those of you that have children. For those of you that don't have children, this is talking about your best friend. They could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or they could have that somewhere in their chart. Pay attention to what your children come up to you and just blurt out of their mouth. They know what they're talking about. It might be shocking. Do not dismiss it. Do not discredit it. It's true. They are speaking the truth. Do not discredit a child who wakes you up in the middle of the night and says that they see someone, or they're getting a message, or some spirit is trying to communicate with them. Also, do not discount or discredit them when they wake you up or they tell you about a dream that they had the night before. This is a message coming through your child, okay? Some of you already know that you have psychic children because you're psychic yourself and you get it. Most of you. Mary Magdalene is here to say remind you about unconditional love. Love yourself and others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. Show this child love, or show your best friend love, even when they're trying to deliver this message that may be hard to hear, Cancer. Okay? Show them love. What is the 12th house future card? 12th house is about to manifest. Look forward in 3 months from now. The sacral chakra desire card. You are wanting something or someone in March. However, it is going to be important to get out of the want and back into the gratitude mode. And I know that can be hard sometimes, but it gets easier if you start practicing acts and affirmations of gratitude every day as part of your daily routine. Pele is here to talk about your divine passions and to follow them. The bottom of this card says, be honest with yourself. What is your true heart's desire? The sacral chakra means desire, okay? It is no accident that you are pulling Pele, the goddess of desire, in this message. But she's trying to tell you, sort and sift through what you want in priority and be very specific about it and be honest with yourself. You know, this is your life. These are your dreams. It's not somebody else's dream. It's not what somebody else wants for you. It's what you want for you, Cancer. You are the numero uno. Never forget that. You should start treating yourself as such. Thanks for being here with me. Many blessings. Happy holidays to you, whatever you celebrate. I will see you at the end of December. I hope I will have all of the 12 zodiac signs done for the 2022 year. And I'm looking at Patreon for all that. I'll make a separate announcement about all that. Thanks so much, Cancers.